Coming to God series, Ministry of Obedience. Okpayemi Sonny is the host. The Letters of Paul is the show that we've been looking at for a while now, and we are in 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 14 to 24, the second part of that chapter. And very quickly, let me say this, that you can subscribe to all our social media platforms on YouTube. And that's where you get the full message, the full video on YouTube. What you have on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok is excerpts from the video. You can get the full video on YouTube channel. That's Ministry of Obedience. Subscribe and have access to all those videos there. And I must say thank you to all those who have been feeding us back on all those topics that we've treated and how it has affected their lives. Thank you for letting us know how you feel about it and the steps you're taking to make a positive change in this world of religious and denominational problems. All right, so we're going to 2 Corinthians 14. At the present time, your plenty will supply what they need. Remember what we've been talking about, okay? If you want to get the videos before now, just go to YouTube at Ministry of Obedience on YouTube. Look for the video, the ones that came after before this, so that you can follow the story. All right, so that in your turn, verse 14, their plenty will supply what you need. The goal is equality. As it is written, verse 15, the one who gathered much did not have too much, and the one who gathered little did not have too little. There is a principle in this life. There is what we call balance. In this world, in the human world system, there is no balance. But in the world that God made, the original world that He made, there was balance. It's because of the imbalance that we have all we have today. But why do we come to God? Why have we known Christ? We have known Christ so that we can put balance in our lives. We can understand that in the beginning, all these problems were not there. So because we know Christ, we should put balance in everything, especially in the way we have wealth. People have too many and some have too little. You see, verse 15 is talking about that correction. It is written, the one who gathered much did not have too much, and the one who gathered little did not have too little. That's talking about those who gathered manna at the time. But there's a spiritual connotation here that should translate to behaving in a way that you don't gather too much, so that others can have, so that others can also have little to eat or to survive from. It talks about so many things: economy, finance, governance, and so on. This verse is big. It has so many things in it, so that some people will not be vomiting out of gluttony and drunkenness, and some people will be dying out of hunger and thirst. Okay, let there be balance. If you have too much, try and find a way so that the success can flow down to others, so that you don't commit sin while you are having too much. You can have too much of wealth to the point of committing sin. Do you know that? You can have that. Verse 16, thanks be to God who put into the heart of Titus. We're still talking about this brother Titus. The same concern I have for you. Verse 17, for Titus not only welcomed our appeal, but he is coming to you with such enthusiasm and on his own initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still talking about living a life of sacrifice, living a life of giving to others, making yourself available to make a situation better, making yourself available, dependable. To be a Christian is not about calling on the name of Jesus alone. It's about being dependable and being, trustworthy, so that you can make things happen. You can make a change. You can be an agent of change in this world that is corrupt and rotten. We need men and women to be agents of change in themselves, in their families, in the community. I hope that's the Christian life, an agent of positive change. There is so much error in the world, and we're not looking for people to make it worse. We're looking for people to make it better. So Titus welcomed our appeal, but he is coming to you with much enthusiasm and on his own initiative. So let's move on in that. And we are sending along with him the brother who is praised by all the churches. Praised by all the churches. I repeat, praised by all the churches. The churches are people. In other words, praised by all the people of God. It is in our days that church has become a building. It has never been a building. I don't know who made that, who gave you that definition that you go to church. You don't go to church. You are the church with the brothers and sisters around you who believe the same thing. You are the church altogether. Okay, so praise. This brother was praised by all the churches for his service to the gospel. What was his service? He wasn't singing in the choir. There were choristers then. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong. There were choristers then. Choristers, but not in the church, not in the people, not in the congregation. They were not organized like we have today. An organization has killed the message. What was his service? What is more, verse 19, he was chosen by the churches to accompany us as we carry the offering. Ladies and gentlemen, let's read this again. He was chosen, to accompany us as we carry the offerings which we administer in order to honor the Lord himself and to show our eagerness to help. Help who? The people. Okay? Verse 20, for we want to avoid any criticism of the way we administer this liberal gift. Verse 21, for we are taking pains to do what is right, not only in the eyes of the Lord, but also in the eyes of men. You see, the offering they were carrying to go and give the people. They were carrying the gospel, the offering to go and meet the people, to go and give. This is what your people donated for you. Today is the opposite direction. The people are taking the offering to the clergy. Oh my God. Paul, verse 18, 19, look at it again. Okay, this brother was chosen by the church to accompany them as we carry the offering which we administer in order to honor the Lord himself and to show our eagerness to help. Help who? The people. Paul and the brothers, Titus and the other guy, they were carrying the offerings to the people. Today, the people are carrying the offerings to the clergy. All right. I'm not going to dwell too much on that. Let's go. Verse 21, for we are taking pains to, not only in the sight of God, but also in the sight of men. All right. So, verse 22, in addition, we are sending with them our brother who has often proved to us in many ways that he is zealous, and now even more so because of his great confidence in you. Do you see what is going on here? All right. Verse 23, as for Titus, he is my partner and co-worker among you. As for our brothers, they are representatives of the churches. Representatives of the churches. You don't represent a building. Remember that now? Church is people. Represent a people, okay? You don't represent a building, okay? So you don't say we're contributing to build the church. No, you don't build. The people are the church, okay? Okay, representatives of the churches and an honor to Christ. Verse 24, therefore show these men the proof of your love and the reason for our pride in you, so that the churches can see it. Church is a people. People see. Buildings don't see. Church, so that the churches can see. All right. I'm going to sign off now at this point. The high point was there, taking the offering to the people and the people to the, all right. So let's continue. We're going to learn these things, and we're going to have much joy in doing so. Thank you to all those who have liked our videos, who have watched our videos on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I pray that this will result in deliverance for you in the time to come. Until then, thank you for watching. Stay safe and bye-bye.